It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the man back from retirement, Tom Brady. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it's all up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making a 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 43. Last play they got stopped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action now. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll run with Cook, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and goal, Cousins, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there from the left hash. A chip shot here. Johnson's kick is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On play action, it's Brady. That's caught by Myers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a play fake. Brady. Open man right side, Myers. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Henry. is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Play action, now it's Brady. This will go to Henry out wide. Touchdown! Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd down, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st down, Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Terry McLaurin, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 3. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We start with a good one in the AFC. Kansas City on the road to take on Indy. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled over toward the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now they'll throw with Brady. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
Here's Brady to throw.
That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On play action, now Brady.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Here's Swift.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from Pater.
Here's Henry. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's 21-3.
Is good.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Play action now. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brady now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15. And the Lions first down.
Henry up the middle.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A first down carry for Henry.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it again with Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drive.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Cousins.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So after the INT, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal, Detroit.
On play action, it's Brady. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
First Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because It's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
One last shot now for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.